So with the Olympics, there is obviously a lot of planning that goes into it, just because of how much of a large scale um, operation it is in the sense of things. And now that we have COVID to kind of throw in the mix with how we're going to run things, how we're going to allow things to be um, ran, and all the different rules and regulations that we have in place, that's just that much more to throw on the people's plates who's organizing the events like this. So you got to think of pre-COVID. You had to think of things like where to host the event, what sports are going to be participated in the event, those kind of things. But now you have to think even deeper. Um, what areas are going to allow you to have this many people in a city? How many people are going to be allowed to actually be in the stadium, arena, whatever, to actually watch the events? What kind of safety precautions are going to be put in place? There's just a lot more things to really think about now that COVID's in the mix. And I'm just going to call her Dr. K. I'm not going to try to pronounce that name. But she brought up some good points with the picking the sports in specific. Some things you really have to look at. There's smaller scale sporting events that may still bring a decent crowd, but take less to coordinate and plan, less communication between people, which means less chance to mess up communication. And if these things are going to bring a decent crowd and have a good turnout, then maybe start out with these. But working into those larger scale events that are going to bring more people, you're going to need more room. You're going to need more communication coordination between people planning the events, the actual athletes in the events. Just the larger scale it gets, the more complex it gets. And these are all things you really have to think about, especially with the Olympics. And now that it's during COVID, it's just that much more to really throw on the plates of these people coordinating these events.